Has your brand started to lose its edge? If your audience isn't responding like it once did, it might be time to rethink things. A brand refresh might be exactly what you need to bring a new energy into your business, stand out, and make a meaningful connection with your audience again. Now, you might be thinking, Alli, a brand refresh sounds like a lot of work. Do I really need to start from scratch? And let me tell you, we aren't talking about starting from scratch here. We're talking about evolving your brand from where it's at now and still staying true to your core values. In today's fast-paced market, a brand really does need to adapt. Now notice, I didn't say rebrand completely, I said adapt. I've seen it firsthand with many of the small businesses, nonprofits, and educational institutions that I work with. A brand refresh is a really fantastic way to breathe new life into your organization while reinforcing what makes you unique. Whether you're facing declining engagement, have adjusted or fine-tuned your target audience, or maybe you just want to modernize your look, a thoughtful refresh can significantly impact your success. So stay with me because I'm going to walk you through some practical strategies for making it happen. Okay, so let's start with the basics. How do you even know when it might be time for a refresh? Well, I have some telltale signs that I always look for. First, have a look at your visuals. When you look at them, and you look at your competitors, do they tend to look outdated? If your overall look and feel no longer resonates with current trends, it might be time for an update. Next, check your engagement metrics. Are you seeing a decrease in your social media interactions and your email open rates? This could be a sign that your brand isn't resonating like it used to. Lastly, consider your target audience. Has there been a change in who you're trying to reach? If so, you might need to evolve your brand to reach this new demographic. Monitoring your brand health like this really should be an ongoing process that you look at every quarter. Now let's talk about one of the best parts of a brand refresh, and that's your audience's feedback. Because who better to help you in this process than the people who you're actually trying to reach? There are several ways to do this. I personally love to send out a quick survey. You can use Google Forms, Tally, Typeform, Jotform. There are so many form builders. It's super easy to create a quick survey and send it out to your audience to get their feedback. If you're looking for a more in-depth approach, there's always focus groups. These can really provide invaluable insight into how your audience perceives your brand. And let's not forget about social media, because social media is a great way to get some instant feedback. You can easily put a poll up on Instagram and get a gauge on how your audience feels about certain aspects of your brand. Now, once you have some ideas about your refresh, it's time to test them out. So this is where the fun really begins. Prototyping and A/B testing are your best friends here. You can try things like testing out a new color palette and messaging on your homepage by creating 2 different versions. Then use a split testing tool like VWO or Split Hero to show each page to different segments of your audience to see which performs better. You can also test out new campaigns before fully committing to them. Consider running a limited time campaign for your new branding, or creating mock-ups of products or services that you might be thinking of offering to gauge interest. Of course, you want to make sure that your brand refresh is in alignment with your core values. This is extremely important, especially in purpose-driven organizations like yours. Start by revisiting your mission statement and your core values. Are they still valid? Do they still align with who you are as an organization? If not, this might be a great time to refine those. One exercise that I love doing with my clients is defining their brand substance, which maps out their purpose, their vision, their mission, and their values. It's a fantastic way to ensure that your refresh stays true to your essence. Remember the story of Airbnb's rebranding back in 2014? They didn't just change their logo, they redefined their entire brand around the concept of belonging. This aligned perfectly with their mission of creating a world where anyone can belong anywhere. All right, so as promised, let's get into some nitty-gritty strategies, how you can make your brand refresh a success. Step 1, create a realistic timeline for your brand refresh. I know you want to get it done as soon as possible, but you don't want to rush these important decisions. Plus, having dates on the calendar assigned to tasks with who's going going to get what done when is really going to help it all run smoothly. Step 2 is to set clear goals for what you want to achieve with your refresh. Do you want to increase your audience by 20%? Or are you trying to reach a new target audience? Knowing your specific objective is really going to help you make the key decisions that you need to make. Step 3 is to regularly revisit and assess your brand's evolution. A brand refresh isn't a one and done deal. It's really a process of growth and adaptation. Step 4, once you have your strategy and goals in place, use user-generated content to highlight your audience. Get them involved by showcasing their content. This not only provides authentic material for your brand, but it makes your audience feel seen and heard. So it's really a win-win. Now I know what you might be thinking. Alli, this all sounds great, but I need quick results. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are some quick wins that you can implement right away. Update your logo or color palette to more modern aesthetics. Even a small shift can make a huge difference. Revise your brand messaging to speak directly to your audience's current needs and desires. This might look like updating your tagline or changing some of the messaging on your homepage. And don't forget about social media. It's a really great way to get quick feedback and see quick results. So test things out there. Try out different kinds of messaging and content and see what's resonating with your audience. Remember, a successful refresh really is about evolution, not revolution. It's about growing and adapting while staying true to who you are. Refreshing your brand doesn't have to be daunting. If you're ready to breathe some new life into your business and start attracting your ideal clients and students and supporters, then I want to invite you to my program, Brand Up. You'll learn how to create a strategy-based brand that not only stands out, but is in perfect alignment with who you are and what you value. This isn't just about making things look pretty, although you will. It's about empowering you to show up confidently and easily attract your audience. So if you're ready to have a brand that you're truly proud to share and you're not ashamed of, I want you to head over to timetobrandup.com or click the link in the description box below so we can start refreshing your brand together.